What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another stat show. It's a new show. I'm improving it, as I said. Like, more things are coming your way. I asked everybody what they thought about it, and I think this is the best way. I pick up some stats, look quickly over it, but I think it's more fun if I go over them and see them whilst I'm recording as well. Because it could otherwise, if I prep for it into details, I can make my mind up already and think about things I say, and maybe they're not what I actually had in mind at first sight. So before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification as always, and let's get into how Monza look. Monza looked good last season. I think everybody knows that. I think everybody remembers that. At home, away, they were the better team. They win deservedly. At home, it was very sad to watch. They played us off the park, in my opinion. It was extremely sad to watch. At one point, we were getting lucky not to concede at any given time. It was that bad. Away from home, it was a game on nothing. A game that was heading towards 0-0. Di Maria red card, Gatti mistake, and that's it. This season, they're maybe less electric, but they're efficient. They're a good team. If you look at the league average, as you can see, almost 2 points, 1.5 per league per game. That's above league average. They won 30% of their games. They're just, and this is at home, by the way. This is home stats. They haven't lost at home, which is maybe the worrying stat. We are going to need to be the first team to beat them, at home, because they haven't lost in the first 5 games at home. So that's something to think about going into the game. They haven't been beaten at home. They score just the normal amount of goals. They're a very efficient team, like I said. 1.3 goals, not much. Also, half goal conceded per game at home. That's also not much. Like that's keeping 3 clean sheets at home, or 2.5, but whatever. Like they're not an easy team to beat at home, and we've seen it as well last season. We witnessed it from close up. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. I'm fully aware of that. To be honest, they only failed to score basically once, which is also a good stat for them. They get the goal off at home. And like, if you look at the league average, they're doing well. They're doing what they are needing to do. Maybe everybody was thinking, okay, second season, honeymoon period is over. Now they're gonna take a few step backs. They're not. They're very, very efficient. They're a very solid team. They're well coached by Palladino. Everybody knows their job. They lost maybe a bit with Rovella, because he was important for them. But in general, it's a team you cannot brush to the side. We need to beat them, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park, because I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for a lot of teams, if I'm being completely honest right now. That's that. Now let's move on to some streaks they're having at home. They drew the last 2 games at home. So they're winless at home in the last 2 games. However, they're also not defeated for 6 games in a row at home. So like I said, it's a team that are they're very well coached. They don't have the big names, and maybe that's why they don't have that it player. Some might say Colpani, but you know what I mean. Like the player, everybody's like, okay, that's their poster boy. Like maybe Frosinone have Sule. Like I don't think Monza have that, and that's why everybody's really a bit, looking past them. In other words, but they're going on the radar, and you need to be respectful for that as well. Like I said, they score one goal scored or more 3 times. That's their thing. Goal conceded or more 2. Like they just get the job done at home. Like it's as simple as that. I haven't watched plenty of them, so I look a lot into the stats. I've watched them against Cagliari, weirdly enough, for part of the game, because that was after my own game, so I had some time. And it wasn't the best of games. If I'm being completely honest. I watched them against Bologna. I thought that was a very good game. At that game, potentially they could have and should have won, but they didn't. But at home, from what I've seen and from what I've read now, because I'm not pretending I watch Monza every single week, they're a team that are very efficient and, can get the job done. Now, their thing lies in Colpani, obviously, and he is having that breakout season. Maybe last season he was also going under the radar because if I recall, he was not getting those goals. But even last season, I thought he was somebody you can potentially look for being Monza to step up a little bit, and he has stepped up. 6 goals. Now keep this in mind: 6 at home, 6 goals, 6 at home. He has scored almost 43. He almost scored half of Monza's goals this season, and all of them came at home. Last game before the international break, however, 6 goals at home, almost half of the. So he almost scored half of Monza's goals, and half of Monza's goals have came at home, which is crazy because we played him at home. We played him at home, so that's something, not some positive news. So keep an eye on Colpani. We like, jokes aside, he is their it player now. He's on great form. I think 6 goals is a good outlet for the position he plays. And that's the player you probably gonna need to keep out of that game. How? Let's see. I don't say man mark Colpani. I don't think you need to give him that type of respects. It's not about jinxing again. It's just you need to play your own game, but you need to keep an eye on him. If you can, like, look at this. They scored 8 goals at home basically, and he scored 75% of them. Which is crazy. And he scored almost half of Monza's goals, and they all came at home. So he's a player that feeds off the home crowd and that pitch basically. So it's up to us to keep him out of that game. Don't let him, get into a groove, because he is their main guy. Like I said, especially at home. Maybe this quick stat. He scores in the first half more than the second half. And like I said, 6 home goals. And that's the minutes he scores the goals. But like I said, more in the first half, as you can see. They will come for us. That's what I said in my preview that will drop tomorrow as well. Monza are not a team, they can sit and wait, but they're not really that team. They will try to play their own game, and they will give you some openings at the back. It's on us. It's on the players to make that work, make the most of them. And they need to have that type of game. We haven't had that type of game where we just had a good portions of very good quality chances we created by exploiting the space they give us, taking advantage of their mistakes, whatever, or just from our own strengths. We haven't seen that, and we need to see that based on the games we have coming up. Napoli, Genoa away from home, Frosinone away from home, Roma. Like, you need to offer more than just sit back and take that one chance. And I think Monza will give you those opportunities. It's just, can we make it work? Can we capitalize on these things? Because if you look at Chiesa, like, even against Inter, like, it was kind of not pointless, but like, that's not the Chiesa we all want to see. Or just the way we play up front, that's not what you want to see. Like, we have quality to show more. I'm not saying we have quality to play Man City type of football. Like, I'm aware of that, but we do have more quality enough in this team to offer way more up top. We do. And that's on players, but it's also definitely on coaching. And I think this game, we need to take advantage of that. We absolutely do, because the opportunities will be there, Yeah, that's a quick look at Monza. Key points: they're good at home. Colpani is Ronaldo at home, basically. And that's the guy to look out for. And again, not an easy game, not a walkover, but we need to win that game, and we need to make it look normal. Not that we come on after the game and be like, oh, we got away with it, but hey, we got to win. I don't think that's the best prep for the games that are coming. So that's that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys in my preview tomorrow and also after the game for the match reaction. Thanks for watching.